Hi everyone and welcome to iRepair Drone Division. This is our first video. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I wanted to try and get as many features into a video as I could, especially today since something rather epic happened. My Mavic Mini didn't want to come home today. Flying religiously, safely, I decided to push the limits today, see what kind of distance I could get. And I foolishly kind of ignored the battery warning. I was consciously aware that I had more battery time to get home, but then I forgot I had pushed the button, and I had a pretty heart-pounding crash and recovery. But I did get my drone back. Here she is. No damage, and yeah. So let's explore this video. Making endeavor here. Hopefully there's going to be more to come, but hopefully this also outlines for everyone the kind of distance and range you can get with those with these $13 parabolic antenna boosters. I love flying with these, especially if I'm going way out of range with the stock antenna. So anyway, we'll get into it, and here we go. Okay, here we get going. It's going to be a little bit of a long video, so some music in the background to keep us entertained. Bottom right hand corner was the cell phone screenshot while I was taking the flight, and for some reason I can't get the two videos to sync up even though I shot them simultaneously. If anyone out there has tips on how to get those synced up so that they start and end at the same time, that would be excellent, because no matter what I do, I can't seem to make it happen. Somewhere along the lines here, they actually do sync up and then they fall out of sync the other way. One's faster than the other, or something, I don't know. Anyway, I included that video down there, not to confuse anybody, but so that you could see the telemetry readings and the maps when I toggle back and forth. My intentions today were simply just to get a distance flight in with my parabolics before the sun set. There's about 30 minutes worth of light left when this flight was taking place here. I try only to raise my altitude when I'm losing signal or video feed. That way I can keep the eye closer to the ground and get some better details as I'm going over. I do like this countryscape scenery, but I certainly would like to see more green than white. Sitting at about 1,400 meters now. think this is the spot here where they're almost synced up. The amount of stuff you can see from the air is truly amazing. This has certainly been a hobby that's been worth every penny to get into. Oh, 2,000 meters, 2 kilometers. Not bad. 152 meters in height. That's one thing I didn't realize. I had my my settings were set to meters and not feet, and that ends up scaring me later, as I thought I was at 400 feet and ended up at 400 meters or somewhere close to that. I'm already over 400 feet now. 170 meters. I'm pretty sure that's over 400 feet. What is that down there? Just a car? I'm only watching this in quarter resolution as this is being recorded, and it kind of looked like that was a flashing ambulance. I didn't notice that when I was flying. Okay, 3,500 meters. I think I took this over 5 kilometers. I think that's what got me in trouble here. Switching over to sport mode to pick up some speed. Oh, we're glitching out there. Looks like we've got some signal interference there. And there's where I ignored the low battery warning. I ignored it though because I think it said somewhere around 63%. I can't actually read it right there. 64%. I seem to have decent control over the drone, but I was losing video feed there. And that's one of the things that caused me to stop paying attention, was overriding these warnings and still trying to push forward, not realizing that my battery was dropping. And the bottom screen says I'm... Oh, I can't even tell. Is that 3,800 meters? Yeah. There's 4,000 meters right there. And I continue to ignore the battery and keep on going because, well, I guess I thought I could. I'm about to approach wind turbines I'd never had any clue I could reach from my back porch sitting underneath my hunting blind. It's making for a good video though. Man, I'm not sure at what point I realized I should start heading home. This is kind of crazy. Oh, I think it's right around here. Yeah, buddy's turning around. He's already turned around in the big screen. It was when I seen that I was approaching some kind of a... Yeah, there it is. A zone. There's a zone. I almost flew into a zone. I'll have to check out what that zone was later. Must be like a country airport or something, like a crop duster's landing field or something. So yeah, look, there's my battery percentage up there, somewhere around 40%. Certainly not enough to get back. If you start doing the math on the distance and the battery percentage it took me to get there, even assuming there was no wind, I certainly don't have enough to get back, and that's when I started to panic. And then somewhere along the lines I thought, well, I better start climbing in altitude because altitude is your friend if you're coming down. So you might see that pretty soon here. Yeah, there we go. Start going up. I've never understood why you have more video feed issues on the way back from a long trip than you do on the way out. Anybody got a theory on that one? No way I would have made those kind of distances without the parabolics on there. In ideal, perfect conditions, without that antenna on there, I have made it to its rated distance, I think, was like
4 kilometers. But that was a struggle, and the video feed was chopping all the way there, probably beyond 2,500 meters. You really had to play with it to keep it smooth, but snapping those little plastic things on there, those little antennas, solved that problem. They don't, however, help you pay attention. So pay attention, or you'll end up in this situation here where I am. 350 meters in altitude, realizing that's not 350 feet, and I got to stay there. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to get the distance I need to get anywhere near close to where I can find my drone. %. Oh, lovely. Thanks for the video feed. So I can sit front row and center when I crash. The one thing I definitely didn't want to do was crash like right into somebody's backyard or into somebody's barn or a shit pile that I can definitely see coming up there. I can see my my farm right up there, almost in the middle on in the right quadrant there. There's nothing I can do. I have to just let it do a landing. There's nothing I could do to override what was happening for some reason. I'm not sure why. So it starts its descent, but I am still able to push forward on the sticks. So I'm full throttle forward on the sticks, but it is automatically descending. I did also discover if I pushed up that it would still climb at this point. So there we go, back up again. But that started to lower my forward speed too, so it's a bit of a balancing act. I needed to make it over this guy's farm and the next farm. And hopefully get it out into that wide open space there, just in front of my farm. Raise it up some more. Looking for a spot. I think I'm heading in the right direction there. I really want to avoid that shit pile down there. At this point, my heart is pounding because I know I'm absolutely not going to make it. There's no way. At some point, it just stopped letting me gain in any kind of altitude, and it just continued to go down. So it would allow me to do forward on the sticks right to the very end, but it said no to altitude, I think, right at like 2%, maybe 1%. There's my last little lift happening right here, I think. These are my neighbors. And down we go. Down, down, down. Warnings all over the place. Warnings, 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 warnings. Oh, there's my last little lift right there. It is just enough. Just enough. Now here comes the exciting part. Hold on to your seatbelts, folks. We're coming in. Down, down, down. Come on, Mini. Every foot counts here, buddy. You're not going to make it over that hill, though. You're going right into it. Right into it. Boof. We have stopped the descent. Now, looks like in the bottom right hand corner there, we're still going. Got a little bit of a ways to go. Would really be nice if I had that synced up. I just don't know how to get it done. Something went wrong in something. I did notice that the cell phone screen recording was approximately 46 point something frames per second. And the 2.7K video that was shot in 30 frames per second. And I assumed in the beginning that that was going to be an issue, so I encoded the cell phone screenshot video down to 30 frames per second before I used it in the in Premiere. Or mixing it up here. So you can see I'm pretty much a straight shot from my home point in the field right across from my house. But it's a bit of a hike. Let's see here. I didn't actually quite get a chance to see how far I made it distance-wise. 700 meters. 700 meters. 700 meters. 765. I'm freaking out right now. I'm like, what? No. How do I work this? Find my drone. Immediately start walking around to see if that blue dot starts moving. And it does. So, I'm not sure how quickly I jumped into action there, but figuring out which direction to go was a little bit confusing because that little light tail on there, you think you would point it at the drone and go that way, but that didn't work. I actually had to watch the direction the dot was moving as I moved to figure out what direction to go. I kind of went racing out there under dress. I just threw a jacket on and some shoes and went like running through a field. I was losing daylight, as you can see in the video here. It just keeps getting darker, and a lonely Mavic Mini sits in the corn all by itself. But I'm looking. I'm trying to get it to reconnect. I don't have a video feed, obviously, at this point, but I assume that the battery is still on, and clearly it is. It's recording nothing. Daylight's fading. Uh-oh. It looks like I'm getting closer, though. My neighbors were probably wondering, what the heck is there a dude wandering out in the middle of our massive 400-acre field? Would have looked odd for sure. Now, it looks like the little needle's pointing towards the drone. I don't know what I'm having trouble with here. This map didn't work well for me. I'm not sure what the heck was going on here. Oh, yeah. I got the drone to start beeping and flashing, but I'm pretty sure that's what killed the battery. Shortly after I do that, I lose my video here, and it's getting dark. The drone's already gray, and I'm supposed to find it amongst like unlit snow, which looks gray. I was thinking I wasn't gonna find it. I was kind of kicking myself. I'm like, why did I decide to do this like so late in the day? Yeah, at some point the controller connected to the drone and it I think things got a little bit more accurate when that happened. You can see my little arrow there pointing around. Like, hey. I feel like it was a confusing and a little bit disorienting kind of a walk making it to that red dot. As you can see, like, the way I'm pointing my controller around. I feel like there was some lag in real time compared to the video. My toes are definitely cold and my feet are wet at this point. I go back to try and make the drone beep, but it doesn't want to do it for some reason. Still recording though. And there she goes. So the aircraft is not connected. Boo hoo. Unable to start flashing and beeping. No. Where's my drone? Go back to the other map and see what's going on over there. Because this one doesn't work to try and get me to the drone. What am I up to tonight? Look at that. Jocelyn, I am out in the middle of a field looking for my drone. And I can't answer that right now. So close. And I'll tell you, at this point right here, and you'll see when I switch over to my screen, I'm practically standing on it when the blue dot is over top of the red dot. It was right in front of me. Pinpoint accuracy. That was pretty cool. I was really excited. At this point, I still can't see it, and I'm thinking, man, if I'm this close to the dot, I'm not going to be able to find it. Or maybe the dot was lying or something. Still searching. Yeah, zooming in the map, then you find out how much further away you are from it, because sometimes it looks like you're right on top of it. And then you zoom in and you find out, oh shoot, you got a little more way to go. We're getting super close here, look at this. Really close. Like, where is that drone? You must be walking on it. Yep, I'm practically walking on it. Here's the proof, folks. Yeah, there she is. Not damaged. Pics for evidence. Get me that drone. Get me that drone. Yeah. Let's get you out of there. Well, folks, thanks for watching.